But for round two, we have a Rek'Sai versus Draven. Um, Very interesting matchup.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If I see one more Draven,
Well,
I might leave this building.
I hate to break it to you. These rounds are going to be rough.
But Rek'Sai's cool.
Rek'Sai's amazing.
You know what? I've been loving Rek'Sai. My friend has built a Rek'Sai deck, and I've been playing against it. And I'm gonna be honest, I hate playing against it, but I love seeing it.
Me too.
It's been cool. The way they've implemented Rek'Sai from from League into TCG, really good. It has been super cool.
Yeah, I would agree. I love Rek'Sai's searchability. Just gives you so many, gives you essentially the ability to just look through your cards, draw so many cards, and just generate advantage that way is fantastic. And I do think it's really interesting. Really interesting deck. Ooh, Treasure Trove from Draven. Interesting. I think in the Vegas regional there was a player that played Treasure Trove, and they played the one cost kill a gear draw two.
Yeah.
That card comboed with Treasure Trove. When you destroy it, you get a ramp.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's a one cost draw two ramp one, which is a fantastic combo.
That's definitely a good combo for sure. Look at the pouty Poro just sitting there chilling, just waiting to be played.
I will say though, the two cost Poros are like some of my favorite cards in this game. Lonely Poro, the green Lonely Poro is just one of my favorite cards, like aesthetically. Yep, Dylan is at 1 point. I do think this matchup though is very hard for Rek'Sai, because Rek'Sai you want to generate the advantage from your legend ability, but your legend ability requires you to conquer, and when you do conquer, it leaves it open for Draven to take back and draw a card, and it's hard to find like the balance in that matchup. But taking advantage of the fact that Draven's tapped out here is going to conquer with Noxus, and it's going to be able to trigger both Rek'Sai and Candlelit to search the top two, and then search it out, play the next one. I do want to point out they had one floating for when they played the coin earlier. I guess in your matchups against Rek'Sai, I know there's two popular versions of it. There's the removal heavy one where it's like tons of falling stars. Do you any preference as to version between the two? Or there's like the unit heavy.
Unit heavy.
Yeah. The Phoenix one. Oh, and Phoenix is here as well.
There it is. I think the unit, in my opinion, I think the unit one is just like a tad better.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody. But like, I just think it's a tad better.
I'll keep your secrets. I'll keep your secrets.
That's just my opinion. It's up to you.
Yes, that's 2-1. Draven gonna conquer. Go to 2. And I do want to point out, it's the Zaan's Warrens instead of the Reaver's Row battlefield first for Draven, so this is most likely like 90% a Miracle Draven list as opposed to the mid-range version.
Yep.
And he is seeing a lot of his draw engine here. Seeing the call shots, not call shots, the stack decks.
Pot of crap. Oh no.
Oh, my
oh
God.
no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Look at that dapper man. Look at that Ezreal all time, bro. Ezreal coming out. We're gonna see some stuff now too.
Yeah, that's... And as soon as he starts counting, that's...
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. So that big turn, battering ram, Ezreal played 5 cards essentially in one turn, and it still has a very healthy hand size. Yeah, it's rough. And Sydney has the one Noxus Hopeful. I guess. What are your? I don't even know what the right comeback mechanics here would be. You need like falling stars or something.
Uh, it's gonna be rough. I wish we could see the deck lists. I want to see what Sydney's running.
Yeah. Looks like Sydney's electing to keep everything at base. Just build up more might for hopefully conquering next turn. Of course, you don't want to leave a unit. Give Draven a free uh, conquer. And I think an important thing for Rek'Sai as well is that Rek'Sai doesn't play a lot of uh, defensive combat tricks. So like a lot of what it has is going to be like Spinning Axe, Blood Rush, and cards like that. I think Hidden Blade and Facebreaker are like two defensive cards that it can run, but it is very, very like uh, the Draven would still be able to overcome those cards pretty easily. Um, and yeah, it's. I think this matchup. I love Rek'Sai as a deck. It's like one of my favorites. I played it a lot in the earlier set when the cards started getting revealed. Um, but with Draven, and you're essentially conquering with a lot of low might units. I found that you conquer with a lot of low might units most of the time, and you don't have a lot of defensive reactions, and you don't have a lot of runes for reactions up. Uh, and it just in this meta, I feel like Rek'Sai is a little bit underwhelming. Of course, there are people that have had insane runs. I believe there was like a Rek'Sai that got like top 16 in China, and I think the Rek'Sai that went to Vegas also had a pretty good showing. I think they were like X3 at the end of day 2 for the best of, but it is hard to play it into this meta, especially with how Draven heavy it is, and there's still like Kai'Sa's running around. Ezreal's control is very difficult to play against.
I was gonna say Kai'Sas are still pretty prevalent, and God, yeah, even like you were saying too, Ezreal not as prevalent, but like still being, I want to like kind of like a bracket demon. Like once they show out, they're
Yeah.
there. Like they're known. Ooh, they're moving with 16 might.
Ooh. And he flights his unit back.
He's gonna conquer though.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be able to look at the top 2. For Candlet.
Mortal Phoenix.
Yeah, we've seen the Phoenix, but we haven't seen a lot of removal spells come up yet. One card I do think is really good against Draven is the... I'm not looking up the name right now. I'm totally remembering it off the top of my head. It is the Piercing Light. I think Piercing Light, I've seen a lot of like, the most success I've seen with Rek'Sai's playing into Dravens is like when they're able to get a really good Piercing Light turn 2 off. I've seen like games where they had like a 2 cost, like Overzealous at a battlefield and Draven back at base, no runes up, and then Piercing Light kill both of them, get a good advantage. But it doesn't look like they have the opportunity to do that. And that is
Look at the board.
that is 17 might in 1 turn, because he played the. 17 might in 1 turn, sending 11 to that battlefield, and just no runes up. Yeah, and it's just brutal for playing into the Miracle. He, the last 3 turns, the build up for those 11 might or 10 might worth of units, I believe it was, just disappeared, and you only get to take a 6 cost with you. And just looking at this board, it's 3 to 6 points. There's what is that? Is that an Ezreal in that? No, that's 16 might in that one battlefield. It's
Mm-hmm.
4, well, pretty much 6 because it's Draven on the other one, and it's 3 to 6. It's just not looking great here.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. Hey man, it's Draven.
It's Draven.
It's Draven.
It's
It's
Draven.
Draven.
League of Draven.
It's not Draven. It's Draven.
I guess if you were playing today and you knew going into the field there would be tons of Dravens.
I'd quit.
Well,
What do you mean, bro? I'd go home.
fair, but
Were you about to ask me what deck I'd play?
yes, I was gonna say what would you be playing? What would
Probably, if I had a deck built, probably Kaisa.
Kaisa. Yeah, I've seen a bit of success with Kaisa.
I think Kaisa or Ezreal, honestly, is a good. I think Ezreal is a. I think Kaisa probably would have the best bet.
Yeah, Kaisa's ability to remove it in base and not deramp a lot of powers is pretty good.
But also just being able to accelerate, just almost like everything is just.
Yeah, and Sydney's just gonna concede game 1.
Yeah.
There's just too much might on that board for Draven. It's rough. I guess going into game 2, if you were to, I guess if you were to tech cards in, what would you look to add?
If you have counter spells. If you have, I don't. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, what? I'm trying to think. What can you? If you have Imperial Decree, you could probably use that. If you want to, but like that's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, I think of the tools that Yellow Red has to combat Draven, I mean Cole is I think a good card.
Mhm.
But I feel like I don't know if that's necessarily the best card to. They also have a lot of low cost units, especially the Miracle version with like Overzealous and Traveling Merchants.
Yeah,
It's rough.
it's pretty rough. I think even if you use like, because we saw Cindy's running, the Pouty Poros, and even if you have an Imperial Decree, you can just sacrifice some Pouty Poros, and you can get some high damage or high might, units off the board, but it's still rough.
Yeah.
It's still rough either way. I don't know what you would change in the sideboard. I would try to go for some higher unit cards, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
When I was playing Rek'Sai, my idea going into the matchup was you switch it from being like an aggro spell Phoenix deck into like a hook deck. So you tech in something like Hook, and you tech in like the 5-cost Darius, a 5-cost Draven. The idea being that you move to a battlefield, you conquer it, and then you pop your own unit, play something at base, and you just kind of attempt to deny them the easy draw. Because again, Rek'Sai doesn't really have a lot of good defensive spells. But then again, Hook becomes a pretty resource-heavy deck, and it's hard to play in that manner. But I do think there is some cool things you can do with Hook Rek'Sai, especially if you get thank you. Especially if you get the Hook up and running, you get Harness Dragons, you can pop their backline. But even then, Miracle Draven playing out 17 might in one turn, what are you going to do against that,
I've seen some Rek'Sai decks and this is something that my friend has been building. They've run Victor and Blade of the Ruin King,
Interesting.
and just sack units, equip Blade of the Ruin King, and just create high might units like that. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
That could counteract Draven a little bit. You
True.
know, that could work in your favor a little bit if you wanted to run that.
Boost your might, and then you deny them like the free conquer next
Mhm.
turn. And I know I keep saying free conquer. I know it's not free. It's just it's easy to map a Rek'Sai. Like Rek'Sai, you don't have a lot of defensive triggers, and you use a lot of your runes. Like you don't have anything to keep up.
Right.
You know, Hidden Blade, your opponent still draws 2. Facebreaker's pretty good, but
But is quote unquote free.
yeah, correct.
I got you, bro. I got you. It's Draven.
It's
It's
Draven.
Draven. Everything's in quotes with Draven.
Yeah.
What is this? We were handed something.
This is. I don't think this. We were handed strawberry candy.
We're gonna have to try this after the set. We're gonna have to get a little food review after the set.
Yeah, and game 1 taken about 19 minutes. Rek'Sai is going first.
I think Rek'Sai going. What do you think is better, Rek'Sai going first or second? Because I think it's better going second.
Really, I think when you go first, you just being able to like. I think going first is better for any deck, in my opinion. It's just like when you're able to go first, you can put down a 2-might unit, you conquer your battlefield of choice, and then your 2-might unit for them, they like, with just the way the cards are in this game, unless they play a 3-drop, it's just you're up in tempo. So they have to have a 3-might unit to conquer over it, and then they get battlefield choice. But it's not. I think right now, with going first, there's not a lot of good 3-might units that you'd rather play into a 2-might units for the loss of tempo that you get. So I don't know. I could be a hot take from my end. But
2 floating there for Sydney.
Sydney does get that unit on the board first. Pretty healthy base. Now this is a great board to play Cole into. Like imagine if they had a Cole pop a recruit and kill the Draven.
That'd be a huge start right now.
Yeah. I would say that would be pretty insurmountable, but it probably isn't against Draven. So, Trusty Ramhound and the recruits on Targons. So that is going to be a total of 2, 3, 4, 6 mites on that one battlefield and a hidden card. Ooh, what is the hidden card is the question. Hidden Blade or Facebreaker? Or...
I guess Hidden Blade.
Yeah,
I think I feel the Hidden Blade.
Yeah, or... Hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
It could be... I'm totally not looking up the name of it because I remember.
It's okay.
It could totally be Bushwhack. That is a hidden card. That's the friendly units enter ready, play a gold gear token exhausted.
Yeah.
Don't know why it's hidden.
That's an interesting one to have hidden for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave that card a hidden keyword, but. And Sydney does get a hold here. And Draven has, essentially 12 Hidden Blade. There you go.
I felt it in my bones.
Now, the interesting thing here is Draven essentially has 12 might on that one battlefield. And he has no runes up. So if you are able to conquer this battlefield, and you have a falling star, you could be in business here. But it looks like they have 2, 4, 8, 9 might total back in base. So Might not be able to conquer it. And of course, the scenarios I'm describing are completely dream scenarios. But Sydney does have a great board. Tons of might. So I think that's what? 4, 8, 6, 17 might. And then plus potentially 19 might with the two hounds. Oh, and the battering ram. Oh, okay, maybe. Damn, Rek'Sai's cooking. Rek'Sai's cooking
Okay.
here.
Stop the tempo for sure.
Yeah.
But it only takes a few cards for Draven to truly ramp, like, really start ramping it up.
True, very true. But I mean, if you had, if I might be rooting a little bit here for the Rek'Sai. I think we all are.
That's bias. No bias.
No,
but there's
yeah,
bias.
no. I'm.
Pot of greed. There it is. The pot of greed. It's out. The seal coming out too.
So that's one card played. As
Here it comes.
oh, and he discards a scrap heap, so that's a draw 3.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
His trash does not have a lot of cards though, so he can't play out. Oh, another one.
Pot of greed.
I think he played the token this turn as well, so that's another card played.
I play pot of greed.
Oh, I see. I'm not much of a League player, but I see the. I didn't realize that Bushwhack was a is it a Rengar ability or I know. Wait, is the art on Bushwhack? Is that Rengar?
Let me see it.
I'm not a. I'm kind of exposing myself that I'm not a League player here.
That's not Rengar, but it might work with Rengar. All right, Dylan, starting to ramp up their side of the board now once again with that Draven.
But Miracle is kind of a Miracle Rek'Sai here with the numerous battering rams. And there's a Cull. You can play Cull here, get rid of your recruit at a battlefield, deny the extra draw next turn, and you get to kill something from Draven's side. That's a fantastic. Ooh, okay. Makes sense. You kind of save the might. Oh, interesting. I'm liking the way this game is going for Rek'Sai. Not that I'm biased. I'm hoping all I'm hoping that our competitors have fun.
This one shifted.
Yeah, and Rek'Sai are up 4-2. And I know, I guess I remember seeing a lot of the versions I've seen. Rek'Sai does a lot of assault cards. It's able to generate a lot of like might. Yeah, there's a Rek'Sai. Dang. Oh, but our Rek'Sai player does have no cards in hand.
Now you got to believe in the heart of the cards.
Yep.
Start there.
Rek'Sai still has a lot of might back at base. There still is the two battering rams, the two hounds, the Nox is hopeful in the 2 might unit. Man, streaming really tests your knowledge of what these cards are, and I'm slowly learning that I am horrendous with these card names. But it is going to be 4-4 now. Draven scoring a point here.
Forerunner
Yeah.
going down, yeah.
So what do we have here? We have Draven and Battering Ram. That is going to be 11 might essentially at one battlefield. And then on the other, it's going to be 12 with another Ferris Foreigner. And one card in hand. It's in 2 up as well. So the 2 up could be fight or flight. There's a lot of options for what it could be here potentially. But
Still even. Still even 4-4.
it's true. 4-4. We're not coping, or no one's coping. But very strong turn, and then 2 Ferris Forerunners. This is very hard to beat. So we'll see what Sydney decides to do here. And I believe the Forerunner and the 2 mech tokens, I believe there's on Trifarian's War Camp as well. It looks like they're just going to be sending the house. I mean, you do have essentially tempo on your side for Rek'Sai. So you are... you have... You can't afford to kind of conquer a battlefield and try to hold it. But again, that's not exactly what Rek'Sai is looking to do in their game plan. But moving, I believe that's... Gosh, I don't even know how much might that is. That's 2 Battering Rams, 2 Hounds, and a Noxus Hopeful. So I believe that's 10, 6, 20 might to Draven's 5 potential, 9 potentially 11 might with the Draven ability. Also, no, Draven does have 2 up, and he's gonna spend his last red rune. Oh.
Oh no.
Rebuke. Rebuke. I believe it's going to be 11, yeah, to 15. Sydney has 15 mic currently there, so it's going to win. But they did have to commit a ton of cards in order to take that battlefield. They do get the Rek'Sai ability trigger with no cards in hand. That's pretty good. Proc. Interesting. I've seen a few Phoenixes in this deck, but I haven't seen any of the removal pieces come out, except for the Cull. But now, another thing I do want to point out is Draven is tapped out, and so he has 12 mites on that battlefield. And with Rek'Sai ability, he's going to play the Phoenix Accelerated. Phoenix is Assault 2 as well. So, with no runes up, Draven's not going to be able to win this battle. Because it's 12, Rek'Sai is going to be... Phoenix is 5, Rek'Sai is 4 with Assault, and then I believe it's 2 might units, so it's going to be 17 to 15 with Trifarids, if I'm doing the math right. I'm trying trying here with the card names. And very strong turn for Rek'Sai here. Now, Rek'Sai does have both battlefields and 6 points. Dylan does have the 2 tokens and Ezreal, but Sydney does have the point priority and does have both battlefields, and I think 4 might, 3 might units, so there's no easy way for Dylan to conquer it unless they, have something in hand, but what are the chances of Draven having the correct answer in hand? Oh, and the falling star. Okay,
Oh my
okay.
god.
Let's see. And do they not have a Phoenix in trash? I guess they do not. But oh my gosh, I have hope. Not that I'm rooting for anyone. I'm biased.
Yeah, no bias, no bias.
No bias. No bias. Um,
Token with spinning axe is gonna get it too.
yeah. And they have. Oh, and they have the bushwhack. Rasa. And the hope quickly fades um, as it, Rek'Sai only has one card in hand. So I don't know how they'll be able to conquer at least one of those battlefields. I guess they have like Darius or something. But we've seen the Rek'Sai pull some pretty amazing plays. So maybe there's a way. But not looking too likely here. Blade's a good way to start. Well, 6 to 7. So Draven holds here, goes up to 7 points. Draven, if they do draw any accelerate or fight or flight or something of the sort to fight or flight for the Rasa back, and yeah, that's game.
That's it.
Game 2 was pretty close. I love seeing what Rek'Sai was able to do. Rek'Sai with Bushwhack, able to generate a ton of might, but Draven's still too much.
Draven, once again, proven to do Draven things.
Yep. What do you think of the match? Any
The second round was a lot better. I think the changes, whatever they did to the changes and from their sideboard, definitely improved a lot. You saw, I mean, the changes that were made, flawless, because it was definitely a lot closer. But I mean, it's still Draven. I mean, Draven's absolutely destroying the meta right now, and for good reason. I mean, it's Draven.
Yeah.
It's Draven. What more can you say? It's Draven.
Yeah, I think it is also unfavored matchup for Rek'Sai. But then again, I feel like everything's unfavored in Draven. I feel like Kaisa, maybe Ezreal. I don't know. Heard both. Heard both ways, but fun game game 2. Hopefully we'll be able to find something for round 3 that's maybe not Draven, because I feel like I suspect we'll be seeing a lot more in Top Cut.
A lot more Dravens.
Yep. But yeah, thank you for joining us for round 2, and I think we'll come back just a bit before round 3.